Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Sheri Nixon with Keller Williams Realty. Welcome, Sheri. We're so happy to see you today.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So, obviously you are one of Hilton Head's top realtors, and you're always a great resource for us as far as market conditions. So can you tell us, just give us your take on what kind of market we're in right now?
Absolutely. I'd say right now we are in a recovering market because, we did such a great steep climb up to 2006, 2007, and then at that point our prices just took a nosedive, and actually we've been falling for the last 6 to 7 years. So at this point it feels like we're finally stabilizing and finally recovering.
Well, now, are you seeing any challenges in the current market?
A recovering market does bring about some challenges, and I'd say the challenges would be kind of unrealistic expectations between the buyers and the sellers. I'm seeing kind of a big disparity between what the sellers think they should get for their home right now and what the buyers think they should pay for that home. And I've actually seen some deals where there's been too big of a gap to bridge right now.
Sure.
I was so used to those sellers kind of beating down, the buyers beating down the sellers, and now people have kind of walked away.
Okay. They kind of have a feeling of what their property's worth, and they're not willing to compromise beyond that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, if I am a seller, and what advice do you have for the sellers out there?
Well, I'm saying the sellers. In a deal, one of my deals, the seller actually felt that their house was priced more than it really was, and they weren't having that realistic expectation. So they let that buyer walk away, and then it's still sitting on the market. So that can happen. I think they need to realize that we are not back up to those 2006 prices, although we're stabilizing, so we're getting better.
But not enough to where you want to walk away from a keen buyer.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Now, on the buyer side, what advice do you have for buyers?
Well, buyers, I'd say the buyers need to say it's time to buy, and they need to realize that maybe in a contract where before they might have really gotten a better price than maybe they are getting right now, and they might say, oh, I'm just not getting that drop dead price that I want.
Absolute best deal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think what they need to realize is that if they come back next year on vacation, it's not going to be the price they are getting now. So it's better to buy now and pay it a little bit more than you thought you wanted to than wait next year, because also, of course, we've never seen such great mortgage rates, and who knows what those will be.
That's exactly what's going to be my next statement. Number one, the inventory you have now, the quality of the product, and then two, what you're going to be looking at rate-wise next year, who knows?
Absolutely,
so,
right.
And then, what about, how does a seller know what to sell their home for and how much their home is worth, and how does a buyer know what is that fair price?
Well, they need to ask a realtor. They need to call someone. Of course, I'd say call me.
Right.
They need to call an expert that knows this market, the Hilton Head Island market, not just the market, worldwide.
At large, yeah. Well, and you're obviously an expert. You know what you're talking about, and I think people underestimate it's kind of a do-it-yourself world. So I think people underestimate the value an expert brings to the table in a transaction like this. Wouldn't you agree?
That's a great point. Yes, they think they can do it on their own, and they don't realize there is such value that a realtor can bring to them they can analyze those statistics and get a feel for that market that sometimes you absolutely do not get on your own. So
well,
yes.
And you're going to be aware of how to keep that buyer and how to get your home priced properly. So Sheri, I know your clients are in great hands. So thank you so much for your time today.
Yes, thank you so much.